Okay, I've spent a little bit of time getting that sorted out, so what I'll do now is I'll give you a quick pan in, sorry, wrong way, and then you can see what we've actually got left. So these now are nicely in situ, and as you can see they'll be ready for when we introduce our thread. Okay, next job to do is put our verticals, which come down here. I'll just pan out a little bit for you, sorry, wrong way again, learn how to use a camera one day. Right, and again we've got our shoulder strips, which I've done the necessary with, and again just need to lift this flap up here. As I say, it was only just tacked, and again with our iron, which hopefully I won't jug the camera too much, I'll place over the camera stand, and again carefully lining up with the edge, we want to tack on there. Again, it's on the edge with this form here, and then coming down to the edge there, and then just again initially tacking along as we go, and then once we're happy we can run the iron all the way down, sealing us into place. Again, this is still at a low heat because we might want to lift it up at some stage. Okay, now that's done, we can think about placing the other one in. And again, you will note on this one here near the bottom there's two rather close together. That will all become apparent when we come to the stitching. Okay, so what I'm going to do is next we offer this one, we'll just underlip there a little bit, again lining it up so it's central, so these sit in between, and again just running down, making sure we've got that vertical and the diagonal sort of lacing effect that we're looking for, and then just double check again, put that a bit too close together, so just pull that off, still a little bit there, so we can just pull that back, just need to come back a little bit more. Again, as I say, with this temperature we can afford to do this. If you do it any higher you risk ripping the text that you're actually sealing onto, so just be mindful that you want to use the lowest possible temperature you can get away with. Okay, again not happy with that, so I'm just going to marginally lift that up to re-stick it again till I'm happy. Again, move it a bit there. Okay, and again fold it down gently until we get the desired result, which I'm happy with that now. Okay, again now we're happy with that, we can just apply the iron all the way down just to finally seal it in place at this lower temperature at the moment. The reason I don't seal it right down at the moment is because once we've done all the stitching, when we do the stitching, what I do is I will not show you all of it, but I'll give you the general idea. But once I've laced it all up, you'll find as you go along where you've pulled it tight it will loosen up. If you get a small pair of pliers you can actually pull the stitching through and just gain that little bit of extra tautness within the stitching. As you can see now, that's going to join up quite nicely. Okay, right, so now we've done that, all that really remains to do now is for us to do the stitching. And to do the stitching, if I can find it, just bear with me, what I use is an embroidery lace which I stole from my wife's embroidery box, so we mustn't tell her. And then basically I start stitching from, if I just zoom, which way are we going out? Wrong way. I start from this end and then gradually lace up along here and then run all the way to the back and finish off down the back. I will show you a little bit of that next time we come to the video, but what I can do is I can show you the finished result if you just bear with me for a minute, because I've already done one side, and if I turn around I will show you what we actually get once we finished the stitching. And again, I think you'll agree when you see the plane in daylight that it is well worth the effort, because it is quite a feature on the full size plane. Okay, so I'll call that now, and what we'll do is next time we'll come back and we'll just have a look and I'll just show you how I do the stitching. It's not very difficult, as you can imagine. It's just threading from one loop to the other, but we do just need to make sure that we get the actual stitching going the right angles, and then when we come down the other end it needs to be following all the right angle. Looks complicated here, not too bad at all. I was quite surprised at how easy this went. So without further ado, I'm going to call it a night now, and this will still be part of the same video, but I'll see you to do the stitching in a little while.